juices flowing like a rivalry game. And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Will kick off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill, he's got great speed, he gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the league.
It's a fumble, and the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
Well, they've got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. With the catch, it's Thomas. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. His head is spinning. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. Gonna run it. It's Frazier. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive lineman gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate.
Entering settings screen, you have 29 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
The offense pounces back on.
The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. looking to pass. Got his man. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a first and goal situation.
A first down run in the red zone. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Here's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn, from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the run.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes, and it's just a physical mindset of Auburn, and they're always that team that wants to run the football.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Caught over the middle, it's Simmons. Turning it on! And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And he tacks on the extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Quick handoff. Creates a little room. Nifty run there. Pick pickup of 6 out to the 25. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Got it in the middle. It's Branch. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Toss to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Dumps it to the back. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it.
Oh, he's got some space. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quick strike complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, short completion, setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Trying to barge in. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
Well, I love the defense there. Backs against the wall on 3rd down. You know you're going to see run. You're able to stuff it, and you send a little bit of a message. I know it's early in the game, and we know you're going to continue trying to run the football, but you are going to have to earn every inch you get.
Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. Fires to the end zone. Intercepted. Oh, what a play.
How great has this linebacker been in coverage these last 2 games now? That's now his 3rd interception in 2 games. He had 2 last week. First interception in this game on the opening drive. He's not only good against the run, he's not only good rushing the passer, but this guy is a monster in coverage.
One final play before the end of the quarter. The give to the tailback. And a short gain on this run, and that will bring us to the end of the first. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the inside give. Brings into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
Yeah, and you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. The Bulldogs moving quickly to the line.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Looking to scramble. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Starts the drive, trying to go up top. Gonna take a shot, and it won't make the connection, going for the big play. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to bite on Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
Was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Creates a little space. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. Oh, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. There he goes. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that one, though. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. He'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Pass to Stetson, still on his feet. Racing down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Appalachian State has been blitzed from the opening kick. And as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 14 to Georgia State. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? He gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner goes down. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Quarterback running on the draw. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Here's a heat. Caught near the sticks, it's Branch. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. The sure hand to Humphries. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. That's reeled in. It's Thomas. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
He's going to let it go. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
With the catch, it's Simmons. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll look to pin him deep. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He might want another play. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Makes the catch, it's Branch. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Wants to throw on first down. Good completion on the out. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. He unleashes a long one. A full dime to haul that one in.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? The defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is hung.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Cobb. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
The give on the option. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And
man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The pitch to the left. Turning it on. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia! The Dogs are starting to hunker down, and they are sinking their teeth into the Deep South's oldest rivalry.
And the red and black going crazy, the fans going nuts, and Georgia has dominated this rivalry of late. Auburn fans are sick and tired of the Dogs. Man, they got to do something about it.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. James Madison is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there at Harrisonburg, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Maryland. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Caught behind the line. It's Cobb. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff ball. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chain. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. On the snap, it's Singleton. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it.
He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
This quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Going up top again. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Will have to use its first time out of the half. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air. It's Stockton. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Pass mistakes, and he may get more. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
At the 35, he's got more. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Looking to the big tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Branch. Touchdown Bulldogs! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all season to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. It'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. To the air on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Howard. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And here's the third interception of the night. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Look out, he's got room. Breaks into the open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Humphries. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This kicker bragged that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. Rushes it right through the uprights. It's good from 59.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the right. Lost the defense. He's wide open. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. From the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Auburn! Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them
throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
Love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. There he goes. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Looking left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I like the idea by the offensive play caller here. You're trying to get aggressive. You're trying to find a chunk play, but that time, QB and receiver can't hook up.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Here comes the heat. That's caught. It's Branch. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. After that last completion, it's second down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. He wants to throw it. Grab near the sticks. It's Thomas. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that. And here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
To throw, it's Stockton. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Dogs! And the stomping has commenced. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Got the quick pass. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. It'll be third and short from their own 33. To the ground to try to move the chains. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. On fourth down, looking to pass. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback.
Unloads it downfield. Got it in stride inside the 20. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Now inside the 20, first and 10 from the 18. To the air, it's Knight. Fires left. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard to see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just
picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Making side adjustments here. A designed run for the quarterback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. On a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter. Surprise, surprise. Guess who they go to? That guy.
Unloads it left. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Auburn. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And they'll try to tack on 2. To the air, it's Knight. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's dealt. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities.
Throws for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Got it! Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas.
Touchdown, Georgia! And the pummeling has started. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's pass. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Play action. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. It is Georgia taking home the W in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. That's going to do it from here. For David Powell.